Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Baby Christian Ministries. I am Bob, and if you're looking to be inspired, well, hopefully you come to the right place. We'll see how that goes. I'm a baby Christian. That means I'm a new Christian, and this channel is designed to help new Christians, but it's also designed to help other people. And even if you've been a Christian for 50 years, perhaps you'll get something out of this. What I wanted to address today is I see and hear a lot of people saying, oh, I'm just not in the Christmas spirit. Oh, and if you're watching this later than the day I put it up, today is 1 week before Christmas Eve. So that's why I'm talking about Christmas today. And people are running around saying, oh, I'm just not in the Christmas spirit. I can't find my Christmas cheer. All of that. And I get it. 2020's been a rough year. But, and I know when you think of Christmas, you think of, sugar plums dancing in your head, snow, jingle bells, people moving up and down the streets, happy, smiling at each other. I get all of that. But anybody that knows me knows I've always been a really big fan of Christmas. I haven't always been saved, but I've always tried to get that. I don't really know how to describe it. I guess Christmas joy is that feeling that I try to carry with me all year, because it's really hard to explain, but Christmas spirit is that feeling inside of being a little nicer to each other, trying to spread joy to everybody. And this year, as I know, I've always lived my life as a Christian, believing I was a Christian, but I just found the whole saved thing this last March. And I know Christmas is about Jesus. It's the birth of Jesus. That's what we're celebrating. That's why we celebrate it. And what I thought I would do, hopefully this helps you get into the Christmas spirit a little bit. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but we'll find out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at Luke chapter 1, verse 1, and we're going to read the Bible. And as you know, we're going to come up on the birth of Jesus very soon. I'm not going to get all the way to the birth of Jesus today because, well, you know how I am. I read something and decide to start talking about it, and before I know it, the 5 minutes of the 5 to 10 minutes of the video of the video is over. So let's grab the trusty reading glass and just begin. Forasmuch as many have taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration of those things which are most surely believed among us, even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word, it seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things, from the very first, to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus, that thou mightest know the certainty of those things wherein thou hast been instructed. There's a couple of interesting things here that I want to go over just in Luke's introduction to his chapter. Back up to verse 2, even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word. And backing up to verse 1, the very last part of it, which are most surely believed among us. I don't know what you believe. I believe the entire Bible. I thought about it quite a bit after I got saved. What do I really believe? Do I believe the Bible? And it's this story, the story of the birth of Jesus, the Immaculate Conception, and then also the story of Jesus dying on the cross for us and then rising again. Those are two of probably the most fantastical fantasy, if you like, stories in the Bible. They're the hardest to believe. But if you look further, dig deeper, and read history books and read the Bible, there's a lot of documentation that both of these events happen. And the entirety of Jesus' life is well documented by people that were there and saw it. So I believe that if we believe those two fantastical stories, excuse me, we must believe the entirety of the Bible. Every word in the Bible is God's word. We have to believe it because it's true. Now, reading on here, the next thing I find interesting, just in the introduction, is he's addressing the gospel, or the letter, as it were, to most excellent Theophilus. And I did some research to try and find out who Theophilus was. And nobody really knows. There are a couple of good theories that Theophilus was a wealthy, influential man in the city of Antioch. Because there was a man named Theophilus who was a great lord and leader of the city of Antioch during the time of Luke, and such a man would fit the description. But later on, there were also a couple of high priests named Theophilus, one that was in high priest of Jerusalem from AD 37 to 41, and another one from AD 65 and 66. And yet another theory about the identity of Theophilus is that he was a Roman lawyer who defended Paul during his trial in Rome. There's a lot of theories about who Theophilus was. Me personally, having researched it, what I have decided Theophilus means, because Theophilus literally means loved by God in the direct Greek translation. And since all of God's children are loved by God, I choose to believe that Luke, from all those years ago, is writing this book to me, and he's writing this book to you. Think about that for a minute. More than 2,000 years ago, a man who walked the earth with Jesus witnessed all of his great works, wrote a book to you to explain what happened. Now, I could be completely wrong, but that's just what I choose to believe, since nobody really seems to know who Theophilus was. I hope today has been fun for you. It's certainly been fun for me. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. You can tell me what you think about Theophilus or any of the other parts of the introduction, and I promise we'll read further tomorrow. I'm going to have to hurry and make quite a few videos if I'm going to get all the way to the birth of Jesus by Christmas Eve, which is what I'm trying to do. So